kind of circumstances. What a mental...
Going on later on tonight. There's all sorts going on this weekend.
Premier class appearance, and you can see there's a shoulder cam fit.
Fabio Quartararo exit pit lane, and we'll chuck back down to Simon. Simon, just saying, quite surprised at how much track action.
It wasn't predicted on the app I was looking at, and
absolutely awesome. We saw it on Alex Rin's course this time last week. It's a work in progress, folks. You're not going to send.
You can see there Yamaha not wanting to give any secrets away. That looks like they've covered the
tipping down now here, as we're now on board with Joan Mir, who must have arrived here in Valencia with
from Mir in the world and Suzuki, which they badly need, you've got to say, after an indifferent season. Energetic, enthusiastic. He really is a popular figure around the paddock.
Oh, KTM could just do with a bit of a boost, couldn't they, to head into the winter, chasing their tails a bit.
It was a disaster, wasn't it, Steve? I mean, none of the guys could stay on the bike. They had that lack of
enough, but he's having a good time of things so far this morning. We're on board with the world champion Fabio Quartararo as he tips it in. Strong ends to the season, and particularly strong here in Valencia. If you cast your minds back to last year, that epic last
for him to get that podium as well. He was long overdue it, his first in 10 races since Catalonia, and sets him cheap.
The first faller of the weekend, and it's Big D. Oh, it's a high side as well.
You could see there, Steve, just as Bagnaia was coming through there, he was getting
low, not the way he wanted to start this weekend. Bagnaia goes fastest. He really is in so...
Can't see any glaringly obvious weakness right now with the Ducati package. Of course, dry conditions, they top the leaderboard here. In wet conditions, it's really
end of when he was famously fighting for a podium there before crashing and
Polispargo had actually crashed here.
Oh, Bagnaia, a collector's item for sure.
Just see.
Yeah, just on the brakes still. Bit of lean angle, trailing the brakes so easy around turn 13. This is a turn up for the books weather-wise. Did not see this at all.
So many times, Valentino Rossi, Frankie Morbidelli as well, they just cannot get the power to the...
Of course, the final round of the World Championship, you think back to all of the moments.
Famous one that got away, the one that went away, of course, it did trigger incredibly emotional setup.
You can just see there on the handlebar, just still, and from 8th down to sort of 14th, 15th. It could change.
Combination when you start the session, because to discover the track, it gives you more grip and more configuration of the track. And the particularity here is that the soft compound is...
So from our commentary position here, we're just sort of above a restaurant, believe it or not, just so good in the wet. In the hands of this man on screen, Rossi, Lorenzo.
And that means you've got no confidence to push in these conditions as well. So in the wet conditions, they are certainly not slow motorcycles. Yamaha, though, have always resisted the temp.
I've seen Danilo hobbling into the garage. He's got a bit of a limp, but he's getting ready to hit.
You're on. Still fastest, 41.244. Valentino Rossi, by the way, went for a little wobble.
A class appearance before he moves over to Honda's Factory World Superbike team in 2020. Yeah.
Jorge Martin on screen, of course, still fighting out for the Rookie of the Year now. That one is going...
I've had a lot of wet weather experience on this Aprilia RSGP, so...
And wonders, and just you can't imagine the speeds these guys are going, because whenever you watch a big few weeks coming up now, he's a key man with Marc Marquez out
to Honda prototype through its paces. That's a body blow for Honda. A very accomplished wet weather rider, isn't he, Alex? Strong in that Le Mans battle last year.
This is fantastic.
Yamaha in the hands of the new world champion. Absolutely awesome, and I'm happy to report as well. Dashboard, you can see there's the timer ticking down for how long's left in the session. Rossi went there, not at the best of times, but he turned it around, of course. Pleasure of talking to Simon Crayford. We both touched upon the fact that, you know, Valentino...
Good lap times coming in at the end of this session here. Bagnaia still fastest. That could change, though. The rookie goes a little deep into the final turn, but hey, OK. Marini's on a good lap as well. We'll just get Miller across.
Turn 2. Here is the replay then of Miller.
On the brakes, he was hot. Really.
Yeah, before we ask you about what's happening right now out there, I wanted to ask you about Portimao.
He was really focused on the race and all that circuit after the I haven't anything to say more, to be honest. It's info about this rain, so yeah.
Thank you for your time. Bye.
COVID-19, then thought he'd recovered or thought he was out of isolation, and then unfortunately Patty's on the deck this morning. Jack Miller obviously just... And Enea Bastianini Oliveira, this is a really good...
Got a good setup and you're confident in your front end in wet conditions. If you've got the skills, just not enough. 1.5 seconds off the fastest time set by LECOUNA.
Warhorse on the Petronas Yamaha SRT. Excellent start to proceedings though for that young...
On proceedings, strong session. So bright skies now. It will be Ducati Lenovo team of Bagnaia and Jack Miller have one hand on that.
MotoGP in the present day, he leads 1:40.569.
MotoGP race here in Valencia.
Yeah, I bet Casey Stoner, who's on...
He still kept it pinned though.
There's no question that